Hey everybody, it's Pastor Amanda with another story from this book, Love Does for Kids, that we have been talking about the last couple weeks as we've been learning how God uses love to change the world. All these stories are from the author Bob's life that I share with you guys, and today's story is called Invited versus Welcomed. When Bob was growing up, if he ever forgot to say thank you to his parents, they would say, "You're welcome." And then that was his cue to remember that he should have said thank you. And so he'd say, "Oops, I'm sorry, thank you." And as Bob grew up, he continued to remember that "you're welcome" was like a cue for him that he should have said thank you. So Bob ends up working in the country of Uganda in Africa. And whenever he got to the airport in Uganda, whenever he showed up wherever he was staying, wherever he met someone new, people would say to him, "You're welcome." And so he would say, "Oops, thank you." Because he remembered from when he was a kid, if he ever heard "you're welcome," it was because he'd never said thank you for something. So he'd apologize and then he would say thank you. But the longer he spent with his Ugandan friends, he realized that they weren't saying "you're welcome," like "you're welcome because I did something for you." They were saying "you are welcome. You are welcome here." They were welcoming him into their homes, into their lives, into their stories. There's a difference between being invited and being welcome, isn't there? You probably know the feeling of being invited to a birthday party when everybody in the class got an invite. That feels different than really feeling like somebody made you feel welcome somewhere, like somebody made you feel like you belong. There's a difference between people just being polite because they know they have to or they know they should, and that feeling of knowing that someone really wants you to be there, that you really belong. So Bob now in his home, whenever people come over, he lets them know "you are welcome," and he gives them a big hug. Throughout your life, you are going to meet new people at school and at church and on your sports teams and on your dance teams. And you have an opportunity to either go along and make them feel invited because someone probably invited them to join the basketball team or invited them to church. Or you could follow Jesus and make them feel welcome. One of our jobs in Jesus' kingdom and following Jesus is to be a host. We don't get to decide who's in and who's out. Our job is to make everybody feel welcome. It's like we're standing at the door of Jesus' house and we're hugging everybody that comes in, saying "you're welcome. You are welcome. You belong here." That's what love does.